Alright, hey everybody. We're making our way back to the Crappie, or I like to call it the Crappie train pond, because here comes the train right on cue. There you go. Sup, train? So anyway, first trip back. Yep, first trip back to the pond this year. It's the third week of March, and it's still really cold. Have the winter hat on and stuff. I think it's like 36 degrees, but the ice is finally off this pond. It was still ice covered 2 weeks ago, believe it or not. So we'll do some crappie fishing. I've just got the Shakespeare Ugly Stick. It's a ultralight 5.6, 5 feet 6 inches. I'm just using like a 6-pound test. And then I've got the trout magnet with the crappie nibbles on there. I'll show you those with just a little bobber. So that's worked in the past. I'm not even sure they're biting today. So let me get up to this spot. There's obviously no greenery or anything yet. So let me get set up over here. Let me just pause this and we'll get started. All right, let's try this little corner here. This looks pretty good. Let me just clear a little way. This will be the first cast. I just got to watch these overhangs. Check. I'm gonna just loosen the drag a little. All right, that should be good. We'll play around with that. All right, first cast. See how we do for the year. Hopefully there's some crappie out here. It's kind of early. This was just iced over, but you never know. Just going with a super light bobber. You only need a small one here because there's no current or no wind today anyway. So we'll be patient, see if we can find a few, and then we'll work our way down the inlets over there, or outlet, whatever, for the overflow. So it turns out it's pretty good. I don't know, just have to find them. I don't even know if they're biting yet, but I thought we'd give it a shot today. Be nice though, get that first bite of the year. Be exciting. Because the pike really aren't biting too much. I know one of my buddies got one yesterday, but I haven't had any luck, so I'm going to give that a break for about a week, let it warm up a little. Still isn't spring, and it's cold again. It's been really cold this week, but it's supposed to get up in the 50s and maybe a couple 60s next week, which will feel like a heat wave. All right, let's do another cast. I've got the pink on. I can always change that to another color. Just have to find where they're at. We can work our way over there too. Over there's like a little cove, gets a lot of lily pads, but I don't think anything's up yet. Oh, might have got a snag. That's no good. All right, let me pause this and go fight this over there. Hold on. All right, sorry for the pause. I actually just re-rigged. I wanted to put on the yellow because I remember that's what I was using last year at the beginning of the season. That seemed to work. So, all right, let's give it a cast. Try to kind of keep it out in the middle. Come on, crappie. There's some bluegills in here too, but it's mostly crappie. One time I caught a little a bullhead catfish, which was pretty cool, and a couple largemouth, but they were pretty small. but it's mainly crappie. Hopefully we can find a few ready to eat. Let's just give this spot a little chance, and then we'll keep moving around to hopefully we can find some. Maybe a little school. I mean, it dried up around here so I can walk around the pond. When it's super flooded, you can't get to that side unless you come in from the train tracks. All right, hey, a bite. Hey, we got one. Finally. Or not finally, first crappie of the year. Crappie. All right. I'll take it. That's not bad for up here. Open up, buddy. Got it. All right, today's gonna be our day. Look at the crappie. Beautiful. Say, thanks, buddy. Got a crappie. That'll make me happy. First fish of the year. You get an award. All right, let's let you go. Thanks, buddy. There he goes. All right, I think the yellow's gonna work. That was pretty good size for this pond. Not a baby, not a whopper, but that's about the mid-size. Hey, we got one. Broke the ice. I like the trout magnets here. They work really good with the little hook. I'll show you the pack actually. Hopefully one doesn't bite here. But this is what I use, the trout magnet kit. I know they have the crappie magnet kit. They're all just different colors and they give you a bunch of hooks. You can't beat it. It's good when you're doing crappie fishing. You know, when you're not pike or bass fishing. It's a nice break. It's about right there where we got the bite. All right, at least we know they're in here. They're probably out a little deeper. Let me move here. See if we cast over here by these trees. Just have to watch the overhangs. I mean, it's cold, but the wind stopped. It feels like it's getting a little more humid because it is supposed to get in the upper 40s later, but it's definitely not that right now. I think it was 37 when I walked in here. Come on, 2 in a row. Wow, it's nice and still. Let's give this another second. I want to go down. Let's work our way down the corner. Give it a shot. Then we can work back our way back around. That'll be pretty good. Hopefully get a few more. Hey, thanks for coming along. If you wouldn't mind, hit the like button. And then say what state or country you're from. Really appreciate it. I know I did that recent pike stream and I got like 200 likes, so that really helps. So appreciate it if you hit the like button and say where you're from, because I like to keep up on the comments and I'll give you a shout out. All right, one more cast over here, then we're gonna move down to the next spot. Keep it exciting. Guess you just have to find where they're schooling or sitting. We got to keep it away from the brush so we don't get snagged. Oh, there's a bite. Oh yeah, got one. Crappie! Look at that, one's bigger. Oh yeah. Nice. That's a bigger, that's good for this pond. Look at that. Holy cow. That's a beauty. That's really good. All right, let me pause this and get them unhooked. All right, this spot's pretty good. Let's stay here, see if we can get another one. Then we'll move down. All right, so we got two. Can hear the jets going over. I don't know if you can hear it, but we're about 25 miles from New York City, so it's pretty noisy here. I call it New Jersey fishing. It's always some noise. Planes, trains, automobiles, or someone doing some yard work. All right, let's get another bite. Now the breeze is coming, see? Told you it was still before. Hey, hit the like button if you can, and then say where you're from. I appreciate it. Try to give you a shout out in the comments. Give me a crappie like. I mean like the fish. All right, one more cast here and let's keep moving down. So I think the yellow, let's just stick with the yellow for now. Oh, there's a bite. Seems like that's the spot. Come on, crappie. Need the crappie bite. Definitely was a bite. Hey, I'm not like the super crappie expert. I only do this a couple times a year in the spring and the fall, so take it easy on the comments. Ha! But I do get them in here. I mean, it's a simple setup. I know a lot of other people use like the Bobby Garland lures and whatever, but I usually just use the trout magnets. Trying to get in here before May, and it gets all overgrown. It's really hard to fish here. And it'll get covered with lily pads, believe it or not. So now while it's open, I try to get here. All right, no more bites here. Let me pause just a second. Actually, let's just keep it going. I don't want to bore you with too much walking, because then people will comment that I'm making a hiking video. I mean, a hiking stream. I don't want to get, I don't know how big far that goes. So let's just cast this over here. All right, there it goes. Oh, it got off. All right, we know one's out there. Let's check the hook. All right, it's pretty good. All right, we're gonna get one here. All right, that's a good cast. Come on back, Crappie. I gotta be ready this time. He probably had it, then spit it out. That was me. Come on. Oh, getting a little nibble. See it. Just give it a little movement. Come on. It's like a cat and mouse game. Come on. I don't know if they're in this close. I don't think so. All right, let's get it back out there. We know there was one. I gotta be ready. Come on, Crappie. Hey, while we're waiting, if you can hit the like button and say where you're from, what state or country, that'll be cool. I'll check it out in the comments. It's good for everyone else watching too. Try to build a little community here. All right, there's a bite. Hey, we got him this time. Can I get a what? Look at that. Not big, but it's a fish. Crappie. Yay, we're having luck today. Whoop, whoop. I'll take it. Oh, he's cold. All right, look at that. Thanks, buddy. I mean, those are pretty fish. Come on. Look at that. Fluorescent. It's got purple on the tail. That's beautiful. All right, let you go. Thanks. See you when you get bigger. All right, that's 3. I am ecstatic we're catching. Just have to be persistent. That's probably the one I was nibbling out there. All right, let me do one more here. See, it's getting breezy. It's blowing the bobber under the water. I don't know if you saw that. Let's just try here, and then I want to go down a little further. Hey, we got 3 crappie. At least there's some catching in this stream. I mean, in this pond, on the stream. You know what I mean. Come on. I'm trying to really pay attention in case it's just a little delicate bite before they spit it out. All right, I think that's our crappie for this spot. All right, let me pause this and we'll go down to the next spot. All right, let's get in here. I don't want to get all tangled up, but this looks pretty good in between these trees. Let's just give a couple here and we'll continue to work our way down. Find that magic school. Now the wind stopped again. Come on, Crappie. Make us proud on the stream. There goes a woodpecker. Huh. Because he wanted to get on the stream. I don't blame him. All right, let's try one more cast here. I just don't know. Try this angle here. All right, kind of quiet. I want to keep moving. There's some bobber in that tree. Got some junk on here, seaweed already. What the heck? Might have to clean that off over there, but so here's like the little canal. Runs along this pond. It's probably like an old retention pond or something. So this spot, I don't know if I can get through here, but maybe next trip. This is like, they hang out in here. I don't know how wet this is. I got my Tidewee boots on, but get over there. Maybe I can get it cast over here. When this dries out a little, we can try to stand in there. That's pretty good before the lily pads come up. I also want to see if I can get in here. I just don't know if anything's in here yet, but this was usually good. I actually caught some bluegills here once. But this will be the lily pad corner. That's probably where they're going to be spawning, in here. If not, we'll go back where we started, then maybe we can try that corner over there. It's cold, like I said, it's still not even spring, so the fact that we got 3 already is good. We might just have to hang with that spot. I mean, this might be super shallow here. Looks like it is. Let me just try to cast one over here without getting snagged. All right, that's a good cast. Try a little deeper spot. Comes another jet. Anyway, if you want to know, I got the ultralight reel. It's Daiwa Regal LT2000. It's a 10 bearing system. That's what I've been using for a couple years. This is basically my ultralight rod. I use it here, and that's about it. I got another crappie place in the summer, but then this just sits and waits, so it's in pretty good shape. Come on, crappie. Give one for the team. I mean the stream. Oh, we got one. He hit it. Did you see that? Nice. He hit it like a bass. All right, I'll take it. That's a pretty good one. That might be yeah, I think that's bigger than that second one. Nice. Thanks, buddy. You're pretty. You got purple all the way down, iridescent. All right, let's go. Thanks. Number 4. You got to get out through this junk. I'm going to throw you a little. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Crappie, go. Sorry about that. All right. Come on, for a pike guy, that's pretty good. I got 4 crappie. Can you give me a what in the comments? And a bunch of super chats? Just kidding. I'll take it. Maybe this corner's pretty good. Hope there's some people on the stream because I actually caught something. Whoop whoop. That thing came out of nowhere. That is great. So that seems to be about the depth they're out. Look at over there, another tree with a big lure hanging down. Ha! This is deadly along this edge. It's kind of cool. I guess I'm out fishing too before it gets pressured. All right, I gotta cast this way. Try one over there, then we'll work our way back. We'll keep moving, keep it interesting. Come on. One more crappie. Make me happy. Another crappie for the stream, for the dream stream. Let's go, crappie. Hey, if you can, hit the like button and give a shout out to your state or what country you're from. In a recent stream, we really were global. We had Brazil, Indonesia, we had Russia, Germany, Australia, South Australia, England. The list went on. And then a bunch from the Midwest, which was really cool. So, and I know you guys had that blizzard over the weekend, which is terrible. So if you're watching, I know you're not fishing yet. Miami chimed in, a bunch from Texas. It was really pretty cool. I appreciate it. And I only know if you, you know, say where you're from. So, all right, let me pause this and we'll work our way up through this mess up here. All right, here's where we started. It's been quiet. I mean, train-wise, so gotta be one coming soon. About every half hour. Hear a horn. All right, we got 4 so far. Let's see if we can get one more, and then let's try over there. We'll just work our way over to like that part, and that should be a pretty good stream. Plus my fingers are freezing. If I'm not getting crappie, we can watch the trains together. Here's another one about to leave the station. I need a crappie to leave the station. Come on, there's a bite. They got it! Crappie, same time as the train. Look at that. What do you talk about timing? Let's hold it up for the people. I'm gonna wave. See if we can get a honk. No honk. All right, there's a crappie. There's for the people going to New York City. Sorry, I'm fishing and you're working. It's the way it is. All right, that's a beauty. Thanks, buddy. Open up. Got it. Whoop, whoop, number 5. That's a good size. That's nice. All right, let's do a nice release. 1, 2, 3. Crappie! Oh, I'm pumped, man. That's 5. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Some catching for March 20th. So I'll try to get this stream on tonight when I get back. Actually, instead of doing the streams live, because you can't address the comments, so I just upload and get it right on the same day. So it's really a rebroadcast, but it's a live from the same day. Much better that way. All right, we got 5. That's pretty good. All right, let's do one more cast here. They're really nibbling at you. You have to be ready when that bobber starts to move. They're hitting it. Come on, one more for the stream. The dream stream. 5 crappie and 2 trains. That's pretty good. All right, let's pause this. I'm gonna head up to the corner. All right, let's try this kind of a little dangerous cast. Look, there's lines up there. Gotta keep it low. All right, let me just, if we get one, I'll stay here. Otherwise, I want to move like to this corner. We'll work that other edge. It's more accessible than this. But this is where I caught that. I caught a catfish here last year. A little bullhead. They must hang out in this corner. There's a lot of brush in here. I don't want to get snagged up. Nope, no luck right there. Is this thing hooked good? I gotta fix the hook on this. All right, let me pause this again. I'm gonna just go right around the corner. All right, we were over there, so I just walked over to this side. Hey, just wanted to show you also with that trout magnet, I'm using the, I don't know if you could see if I bring it in close, but it's the power bait. They're called Crappie Nibbles. They're... All right, so we're on the other side now. We caught the 5 fish over there. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this. I've been using the Crappie Nibbles, the power bait. They're purple power bait, and they go on the I guess the hook set for these has a little hole, so you put the crappie nibble in there for a little scent. It's supposed to work. Seems to be working, so I just put a new one on. So we'll see how that goes. So I just wanted to show you that in case you're interested. It's Berkeley power bait crappie nibbles. Seem to be working. All right, let me put this back in my pouch. Let's try this side. Maybe we'll get lucky. I think we can cast out a little further. Not like that, but good enough. See if there's any on this side. We'll just keep working this. We'll try over here, and then we could try behind me. There's like a little cove. Come on, crappie. Hear another train coming. Comes the train. Hey, he's a friendly train. All right, maybe that'll be good luck. We got one last time with the crappie train. I call this the Crappie Train Pond. Pretty cool. Come on, Crappie, give us a nibble. I give you some crappy nibbles. Now I need a nibble in return. Come on, Crappie. Make us happy. Hey, hit the like button if you can. And say what state or country you're from. Appreciate it. I'll give you a shout out too when I get to the comments. Alright, one more cast here. I'm not feeling it, and then we'll move over to another spot. I mean, we caught the 3 right there fishing out here, but there might be some cover underneath over there. I don't know. It's not even spring yet, so at least we got some action. Hope you're enjoying it. It's fun just to get out. Beats working. Not biting on this side. All right, let me try. Let's work this one in. Let's try one kind of on that angle. Then I think we got it covered. Like, if they don't hit it right away, they're not going to hit it, is what I'm seeing today. We got the 5 in 3 different spots, 3, 1, and 1. And they're all pretty quick. All right, let's try on that angle. That's different. Come on, Crappie, one for the stream. One for the gipper. I think we got it covered. I hear a plane, we saw a train. There's some automobiles, so let's get a fish for John Candy and Steve Martin. That's a movie reference if you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about getting another crappie. Come on. We're on a stream. What are you guys doing? Nope, I don't think they're hitting right here. Let's try this corner. Obviously other people fish here. There's some logs down there. Try a different spot without tripping. Come on, bobber. What are you doing? Supposed to go under the water, and the bobber's sitting on top of the water. We're gonna have to have a. I gotta buy those bobbers that go under the water. Let's go. Come on, Crappie. Nope, they're not biting on this side. I want to try over in this corner over here, this little cove. Let's just do a cast on that angle. Wow, it's quiet over here. We're trying now. Oh, I got some seaweed on there. That's probably why. Might be gunky in there. Oop, oop, oop. Gross. Clean that off. All right, let's do another cast over here. there, and then we'll cast over in here. Come on, bobber. One time for the stream. For the dream stream. Come on, bobber. All right. All right, let me pause this 1 second. All right, I just came over in this little corner. This is like a lily pad corner in the summer. Let's just cast them out here. Maybe we'll get lucky. Seems like the first spot we were at was the best spot. But I wanted to investigate so we'll know. Might just have to fish that corner when we next time we come here. Huh. We got that 5, now we got nothing. Let's see if we can get a longer cast in here. I'll give it another minute over here. I want to just go back to where we started, see if we can get a couple more. They seem to be congregating over there, schooling over there. But gotta try some spots. You never know. Nope. All right, let me just try a longer cast over there. Oh, that's pretty good. There's a big bird flying through there. What is that? Oh, 2 of them is a hawk. Cool. I think it's really shallow here. I can feel it hitting the lily pads at the bottom. All right, let me pause this. Let's head back to where we were. All right, we're back over here. Let's just see if we can wrangle one more crappie. Or if they start biting. Kind of like a cold wind again, so not like the warmest day to be out here. But we got a few. We got the stream going. Come on, crappie. Hey, hit the like button if you can. Say where you're from, what state or country. I think that's really cool when people do that. Come on, bobber. Ooh, I think we were getting a little hit. All right, let me cast it back out there. Oh, there's a hit. Got him. Yay. Oh, that one feels a little pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. I bet that's a good one. Whoa, we got a bass. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's cool. Little largemouth. Hold on one second. All right, I got him unhooked. Look at that. Told you there were bass in here. Look at that largemouth. Say, all right, that is cool. Thanks, buddy. That's amazing. You're healthy too. All right. Trout magnet did it. Look at that. All right, let's let you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Peace out. Thanks, buddy. All right, good thing we came back over. Thanks for staying on the stream. We got a bass. That's awesome. Told you I felt the tug. All right, got some action for the stream. This seems to be the spot over here. It's probably a little ledge or something. I was actually jigging that a little when he hit it. Trout maggot delivering. That seems to be the distance out there. Let's just fix this, see if it needs adjusted at all. Slide it back on there. That's it. With the crappie nibble in the head, if you can see that. It's got a little bait holder on it. I got it wrapped. There we go. All right, couple more, guys. It's probably enough for the stream. Come on, crappie. Give me a thumbs up for a bass. Come on, that's pretty good for this little pond. Jersey bass. That was fun. Let's try one more cast out there. That was going to be the last cast, but this will be the second last cast. How about that? Alright, at least if you hang through the stream, you'll see 5 crappie and a bass. Beat my expectations here. I've been pike fishing, getting skunked, so this is a nice change. I'm going to give the pike a little break. I actually might stop on the way home from this and just do some casts from just one spot, but I'm not like doing 3-hour pike trips yet. Still too early. You can get them, but it's going to take a long time of fishing. Come on, let's go. All right, one more cast out where we were. Third last cast. That's the spot. We got to remember. I might actually come back here tomorrow. Come on, crappie. I don't want to get greedy though. Literally, it was just ice out here less than a week and a half ago. This was covered with ice. That's how cold it's been. So actually, I think we got 6 crappie and a bass. Losing track. All right, third last cast. This will be it. Oh, that wasn't a good cast, so there might be a fourth. It's quiet. It's quiet for New Jersey. No trains right now. No leaf blowers. No cars honking. This is crappy weather. All right, let's go. That was a good cast. All right, this will be the last cast. 5th last cast. Let's give it a second. We'll jig it. Get jiggy with it, Jersey style. Alright, so we're gonna wrap this, so give a like I said. That really helps the stream. And say what state or country you're from. That's really cool, because I want to try to address all the comments and give you a shout out. I do appreciate you for joining, even if you watch for a little while. But we did get 6 crappie and a bass. So I think that's enough to be entertaining for one stream. At least for me. Nope. Alright, bonus cast. Then that should be it. Will the 6th last cast do it? Only time will tell. Come on, crappie. Make that bobber move. Get down on it, bobber. Come on. All right, let's do a lucky 7 last cast. This will be it. All right, well, they were biting for a little while. I think we hit it right. Man, I wouldn't like to get another one. Alright, we'll do 8 since we're here. 8 or 9, whatever. It's a bonus. But it feels like they did stop biting. When I was pulling in that bass, I knew it wasn't a crappie at the end. It was heavy. I thought it might have been a little bullhead catfish again. All right, we're gonna wrap this. I did 10 last casts and a bonus. All right, one more. Come on. Doing one fish for everyone that hit the like button. Is it caught up? It was caught. Let me do that again. Come on. Nice to get one more. All right, I think we'll call it a day. We're just, I think we caught enough. I don't want to get too greedy. All right, I think the Crappie Train Pond was cool. Let's get back here this week, hopefully. Thanks, everybody. All right, hey, everybody. We're still here going at it. Let's just do, I don't know, 15 minutes of bonus casting for a pike. The river's starting to drop. You can actually see the riverbank there, but it's still flooded on way over there. But you're starting to get a feel for the river here, which is pretty nice. So I'm just going to use this spinner bait, not changing up a lot of lures today. I was actually crappie fishing, so I just want to stop and throw some casts, see if we can get lucky. Actually got my first pike of the year last year, if you watch the other stream, right here, using the yellow spinner bait. So let's just stick with that. Next week I'll do some more pike fishing and we'll be able to switch the lures up because it's going to warm up a little, be able to really vary things, and the river's going to keep dropping and getting clearer. Then you'll get a feel for kind of what lures to use, because there's still a lot of hidden brush in here. Until it drops a little more, you really can't see the trees through the water. Can't see the trees through the forest here, if you know what I'm talking about. So I'm just doing some safe casts today, and apologize for the noise, but there's your first leaf blower of the year. That's New Jersey for you. If you're gonna fish New Jersey, be ready for some noise. Waiting for a hit or a follow. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna happen soon. They're in here. Like I said, you really can't fish it real deep in here. There's bunches of snags in here. Big ones. Just hoping for that pike hit. Oh, see? Freaking little branch right there. I just hit the end of it. That was almost bad. That was almost bad. All right, let's walk over here. I'll just change up the angle a little. Like I said, we're not staying long. We just did the Crappie stream, so I just wanted to hit this one on the way home. See if we can get that pike. Some crows right there. What's up, buddy? I don't know. He's talking to me. Be nice to get that first pike hit while you're watching. I'm trying. Hey, if you can, hit the like for a pike. That'll really help me. Uh-oh, the blower stopped, so it's quiet. Not gonna know what to do. All right, let's try a couple spots down here. I promised myself I wouldn't stay too long pike fishing, because then I'll never leave. See if we can squeeze in here, and then we'll just try over there. I also want to get caught up branches. Yeah, that's pretty good. Slow roll it, because it'll be near the bank. Come on, one time. Oh, hit the branch, sorry. Hit the branch. Good spot along the edge here. Nope. All right, that's kind of tight casting. Tight cast. Let's try in here. Boop, boop, boop. All right, this is a pretty good angle. Drag it across. Hopefully there's something sitting out there. Still a nice cold breeze today. I don't know what it looks like to you, but I think it's like 35 degrees right now. The wind chill's in the 20s. But it's supposed to warm up next week, like 50s. Maybe some 60s, who knows? That'll be a heat wave. I might get the fish moving. All right, let's go back to that big spot where we started, and then we'll call it a day for the stream. Just do a quick hitter. We'll do a river dropping so we can hit some other pike spots next week that haven't been fished yet. See if we can break the ice. Although we might break the ice right now. Feel it! Or break my back falling in this hill. Alright, come on. A few more casts. Hey, if you're still hanging, could you hit the like button? Appreciate it. And then say what state or your country you're from, so everyone else knows, and I definitely want to comment on that. And thank you. Appreciate it. As I say, give a like for the pike. If you don't like the pike, at least like the like. Something like that. I have to come up with something catchy. Have to come up with a pike. That would be catchy. Come on, just one follow. One time for the Gipper. All right, one more last cast. Come some ducks. What up, ducks? Alright, I don't think Mr. Pike's gonna wallop me today. Hey, distracting me, ducks. Come on, pike. Trying for pike if you're wondering. But I'm wrapping this up. I'm just tying this into that crappie fishing I just finished. If you're wondering, it's gonna loop back to that. So if you want to watch that, please do. Got 6 crappie and a small bass, largemouth bass, going for crappie on the trout magnet. Pretty cool. Still only mid-March here, so it's still winter. It's not even spring, so a couple more weeks we're gonna be having a good time. Things are gonna green up, it's gonna be warm, the river's gonna drop. It's gonna be prime time. All right, one more. Two more. All right, last cast. All right, hit the like button. Thanks, appreciate it. If you want to watch the crappie, it's going to loop around to the beginning. I just tagged this onto the crappie outing. And then next week we'll definitely do a solo pike outing, because that's my favorite. Guess I'm never gonna stop, but that might be the last cast. Just waiting to catch that first one. The glory, the adrenaline, it's insane. All right, hit the like. Thanks everybody. We'll get that pike next week, promise.